Welcome to week 3, everyone. I'm Jeff.
I'm Nick.
It's great to have you back. Last week, we discussed how you can influence yourself and get yourself right with God so that you can go out and have a positive influence on the world and your city for Jesus. This week, we want to go a step further out, and we're going to talk about our immediate family and our closest of friends.
Woo! And we all know that sometimes the hardest people to influence is those that are closest to us because, for one, they see us at our best, but the other end of that is they also see us at our worst. And it's funny because Jeff and I were talking about something that happened a few months ago as we were going to go do something. I'm going to let him tell you the story, but it really plays into influencing others. Why don't you tell us about that, Jeff?
You know, we are role models, and people are watching what we're doing. We're both husbands and fathers, and our spouses and our children see what we do, and they hear about what movies we go see. And we love movies, and we love going to guy flicks, real action-oriented movies. And there's this movie that we're both really excited to go see, a superhero movie, but it was rated R, and so we were at a conundrum.
Yeah.
Right? Do we go see it or not? And we tried to figure out what we could do to go see it. Well, we go and look online to see what the sexual content is and the language content, and it was off the chart on both of them. And we just, in good conscience, could not go and have our witness with having a positive influence for Jesus and go see something that was totally against what Jesus would say.
And that's hard because it's one of those things where at the end of the day you go, well, is it really that bad? And a lot of times if you have to put that in front of anything, you probably shouldn't do it. But here's the deal. Like for us, we were thinking if our kids say, hey, what did you go see? Or a friend or a coworker goes, hey, what did you go see? We didn't want that awkward moment of going, well, we went to see this, because everyone around us knows that we love Jesus and knows we have a relationship. And so sometimes they would go, that doesn't quite match out with what I think or what I heard. And so really it's just the small things, right? It's the whole influence doesn't start with a Bible study that's 45 minutes with your family. It's more of, I'm going to come home when I say I'm going to come home. I'm going to love my wife or love, my husband well, depending on where you are. And it's one of those things where you're going, it's the little things. And so for us, it wasn't a big deal. Let's just be honest. In the scheme of things, it wasn't a big deal, but it could be a big thing, right? Because we want our yeses to be yeses, we want our no's to be no's, and we want for people around us to know that we're actually trying to walk out our relationship. And it's not about just being, legalistic. It's not about trying to be perfect, but it's just responding to the relationship we're in and knowing that we have been strategically placed as a father, as a husband, as a friend, as a coworker to influence those around us. And so it's stepping into that invitation to influence those who are closest to us, because we know that because people are looking, we want to represent Christ well.
Absolutely. And the way to think about this is, what has your attention? Right? And is it work? Are you a workaholic and you ignore your family? Well, what's that telling your kids or your spouse about what's important to you? What about a sports team? Are you all consumed by the one winning or losing of your sports team? I know one person that is a believer, but at Christmas they deck their house out with Santa Claus. Now, I have nothing against Santa Claus, but you go to their house, there must be 35, 40 Santas all over the house, but not any manger. So I don't know how you reconcile, the reason for the season being Jesus and 35, 40 Santa Clauses. If someone were to go into that house, they would not know where that person's heart was. And so I think that this week is really about, what are you role modeling? What are you sharing with your spouse, your immediate family, your closest of friends that are being invited into your life?
And I think this is all summed up in a quote by Francis of Assisi, who says this. He says, wherever you go, preach the gospel, and where necessary, use words. And so it's really leveraging your influence well, influencing those around you, and just letting your light so shine before men so they know that where your hope is coming from.
And this is not the Facebook version of your life. This is not where everything is just perfect, but it's the messy life where you are actively trying to follow Jesus. It's as Nick said, it's the little things. It's a time when you stop and pray. It's a time that your child sees you reading the Bible in the morning. It's the time when you make the decision not to rent that movie, not to bring that book into the house, and that will speak louder than any word that you could share.
It's true. It's a good word.
So this week, go and make sure that your life is influencing and reflecting to those closest to you, and go save Sodom.
Come on.